Well, I'll review them both even though I wanted to do them separately because so many things have happened I cannot even begin to describe them. First of all, the entire Avatar Guild decides to get the screw this, I'm out of here. But Gajiel appears and arrests them all. As they all welcome each other and Lucy and Levi welcome each other in a warm embrace, Natsuya says, "Oh hey, Gajiel's twin brother," because there's no way Gajiel would join the councilman. That's exactly what we said. We said there's no way Gajiel would join the council, and it turns out that Warroad actually got to him and offered him this job. But Happy thinks he was saying, "I was just joking." He meant maybe he was. Either way, and Gajiel begins to be a little bit of a jerk. Although a funny jerk, saying, "I'm arresting you, Salamander, for your face. I'm arresting you, Lucy, for your scantily clit. I'm arresting you for being a droppy lady, Juliana. Wendy, I'm arresting you just because." And it's great, I'm not forgiving as the other. It is then Ersa begins and smacks Gajiel on the head and says the exact same thing. "Even though you're Gajiel's twin, you're just as rude. I am the real thing." And when Lily says, that is actually Gajiel, both Natsu and Ersa yes. What? People really are difficult sometimes. And it's then that it's only after this that Wendy actually begins to ask, wait, why is Grey or Gajiel and Lily and Levi here? With that, everybody begins to catch up with their friends and does a heartwarming "yeah" sign when this begins. However, things are not moving exactly as the things planned. Sting and Frosh and Rouge and Lecter have been watching from the sidelines. I once again amazed on how much of a monsters fairy tales have become, especially Natsu. Frosh goes down and actually greets Grey, and here strangely Grey begins to actually show affection to Frosh, hugging him saying, "It's so cute." It is then we see that Rouge's shadow somehow gets less darker and gets normal. Does that mean that the future indeed has been averted? I mean, the argument could be, why did Grey in that future kill Frosh? I mean, the Grand Magic game is one of the less liked ones from the fans, so the future theory is only confusing, but let's just say that maybe Grey just decided to keep his appearance up. Who knows? It's useless to think. Next chapter, though, is completely different. We are switching to Zeref, and we see a flashback. Yeah, a short flashback, giving us some insight about the so-called most evil mage in history. Turns out that even before he was a boy, he has been fascinating with life and death, but not like those real mad scientists. Apparently he had a little brother that died, and he wanted to find a solution to this. He wanted to boundaries everything else. In this world, magic still existed, although they taught it in different academies, and apparently they worshipped some kind of god. The headmaster was very worried about Zeref's theories, although they were brilliant. He was a child prodigy. He forbid them, and eventually expelled them. It was then that somehow Zeref's dark arts, Black Akarkum and what they are called, manifested themselves, and killed everyone there. Apparently, Zeref did not get this from just studying. Apparently he was cursed by the gods. Okay. I mean, we have God Slayer, so fine, maybe there is really a god in the fairy tale universe, but being cursed by the gods, I thought he did it to himself. Either way, this black art that he was cursed with made him immortal and killed everybody in the academy. Once again describing, the more he worships life, the more he will take it, unless he forgets that we're life. Proving that Zeref was not really a bad guy. He never wanted to take a life. It's just that he had to become straw nihilist or whatever in order to not take any life. And in order to escape from other people, he began to dive himself into deep in his research, hiding deep into his mind, proving that Zeref almost turned into another person. Once he was just a boy with a lonely heart, but sometimes also a very brilliant man who invented so many things. And he says just what Mardegre says. He did indeed invent the demons of his books to kill him. Apparently their name Etherius comes from apparently they're made of Etherano, the essence that's in the air, what created magic. Weird. They used curses and yet they decided to, or they got created from that. But then we see End. He was his ultimate masterpiece. Indeed it is Natsu. However, he didn't create Natsu. Basically, the End creature was created from a human body. A human body that he has kept preserving ever since it died. The body of his little brother. Zeref's real name is Zeref Dragniel. Now that was a secret. I mean, I never thought they were brothers. I mean, this still doesn't answer the question. If Natsu really is End now, how come End got created, formed the guild? A lot of that doesn't make sense. Because apparently here, he created End from the dead shell of his brother. So he basically created a creature that could destroy him, but at the same time revived his brother, what he dreamt of. And he toys with us here. Zeref actually says how you got raised by Neil and how I met Mavis. I'll say that for another time. No, I want answers now! I want to know, how is it? If now End really is Natsu, how could End become a boy again? I mean, this shows that Natsu really is human, and End is just some creation, but, I mean, no, I confused myself. Do you know what I mean? I just want to know, how old is Natsu? He's not immortal, right? I mean, he can age normally. It's not reincarnation or anything. Or did End really become a huge big monster, form the Tortoise Guild, and then just something happened? Well, but the chapter's not over yet. Zeref decides to meet Certain. And who is that Certain? I always thought he would meet him, but not in that form. He's meeting Acnologia. In human form! Okay, now I'm getting even more confused. I thought Acnologia became a dragon, never could switch back into a human. But apparently it's not so. Acnologia became a dragon, but he somehow can switch back to human. And that's how no one has seen Acnologia, because apparently he spends most of his time as a human. It's just when he roams the world, then he's Acnologia. I mean, I almost seen it like that. And even Zeref is not really understood about Acnologia's motives. Acnologia has the power to rule this world, and yet he doesn't want to. He just wants to destroy it. A lot of people think that's actually a pretty lame villain, and here even Zeref himself lampshades it a little bit. You have all that power, and you don't want to rule anything. I just cannot understand that. And even more confusing, apparently, Acnologia is looking for a worthy opponent, someone he can use all his power with. And Zeref promised him if he just sits back and wait, he will give him what he wants, a worthy opponent, and he will destroy him. Because Zeref says he will destroy this world, all the humankind, but also Acnologia. All Acnologia will have to do is sit back and wait while he forms that plan. And Acnologia smiles. That's basically this chapter. I mean, this is a flashback I like. Yes, one chapter. Although that did not answer my question on how End and all that stuff, nor how the fact that Acnologia somehow can switch back from a human to a dragon. It's practically clear that Agnologia is just a psychopath. He's just a evil person. He doesn't need a motive. He just needs to watch this world be destroyed. But Zeref, yeah, truly a difficult person. One time a tormented soul, and then a nihilism. I mean, the flashback didn't show why he became such a nihilistic person. Maybe because but he did say to maybe it's because he has lived so long and seen the evil of mankind, and since he is immortal and all that stuff, maybe he thinks that people really are wasting lives. And such. I mean, I really wanted to see, why is it that Zeref hates humankind so much? Is it, as I just said, because he has lived so long and seen them using their evil, or is it because they are continuing his mistakes? Who knows? But give me your thoughts if you have any, please.